I'm Tabitha Rock.
And I'm Sam Davenport.
Born and bred in Melbourne, we live and breathe property, and we know the Melbourne market like the back of our hand. We've both been buying and selling real estate in Metro Melbourne for over 2 decades combined, and we've learned a few lessons along the way. Okay, Sam, season 7.
Season 7, 48 episodes in.
48. Can you believe it? This is our 49th.
And interestingly, I'm not running out of things to say.
I'm not confused by that at all. You can talk the legs off a chair, woman.
I've just begun. I've got so many things to tell the people.
Oh, my God. Well, this one's going to be a fun one because we interviewed, obviously, Sammy, our new colleague, last season. And I just had a thought. Have we ever spoken about us and where we're from and who we are and why we're here together? And maybe we should, after 48 episodes, dive into
do a little who are we? I mean, I feel like if people really do listen to all the episodes, we're peppered throughout. We're certainly peppered throughout, but this is a one-stop shop. If you want to get to know the gals behind the game, this is the episode that you just need to listen to, and then you'll know everything you need to know.
Exactly. And then you can probably fake our identity and take all our money.
Wait.
So tell us about yourself, Sam.
Who am I?
Who are you?
I am Sam.
Isn't that a movie?
Well, isn't it a Dr. Seuss book? I am Sam I am. I like green eggs and ham.
Not sure, but
yes, we're getting a nod.
We're getting a nod from inside the studio. Where did you grow up?
My name is Sam Davenport.
Not Samantha.
Not Samantha. My full name is Sam Davenport. I'm one of many children, and they just went with just a first name, a nice brief short first name.
Very brief.
No middle name. But I was named after my grandfather, whose name is actually Harold, but known as Sam.
Okay. I mean, it would be very odd if you were named Harold.
Yeah, I'm happy with Sam. He was in the room when I was born. My mother, I'm her third child, and she said, watch this, because she was very good at giving birth, so she'll tell you.
That is, I mean, well, good on you for saying that's your…
If you've got that skill, you best tell people.
100%.
Because that's a pretty big skill.
How many kids did she have?
She had 4.
Yeah, right. But you're one of how many?
8.
Wow.
Yeah, Dad.
So both your parents like reproducing?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Dad would keep going. And I said to him, Dad, if you had to give birth once, you would have been one and done.
Oh, yes.
But he just likes to watch others do it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God. Anyway, so I'm one of many children, which at my first job interview not my first job interview, but my interview for my first real estate job, at Biggin & Scott in Richmond, Chris O'Shaughnessy's only question to me, by the way, they brought him into the room, obviously having decided amongst themselves they were going to hire me. They bring him in to meet me and he goes, do you have any siblings? I go, oh, yeah, I'm one of 8. And he goes, oh, you'll be right then. I'm like,
you'll make it through.
Yeah, you know how to navigate people,
yes.
I guess, is the skill that you get from living in a very busy household.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know that when I was growing up, my, passion was real estate or anything like that. I think it's, for me, definitely something that as I was getting into my early 20s, I just was like, I better pick something. I better do something.
After all those years in
hospitality, running around, doing ski seasons here and there and going overseas and travelling around, I came back and I thought, I feel like I've missed the boat on the uni situation. I better go into something that I can nail and earn good money and hustle and all of that. But people always ask, like, why'd you get into real estate, or what's your why? What's your burning fire? What's your all of these things? And it's interesting because I do have a story in mind that does come up because it obviously left some form of an impression on me. But when my mum, who was a single mum, was selling the family home, we were there on the auction day and it was like a massive block in Beaumaris, like a great house, which obviously now is like, such an awesome area. It always was an awesome area to live in for sure. But from a property perspective, like it's really highly sought after now. But it was a big house on a massive block of land in a really great quiet street. From our perspective, now we know about property fundamentals, there was no compromise on this property.
Yeah,
Like it was
wow.
really great property. Anyway, I just remember the guy on the day, the real estate agent coming in, I reckon he was passing it in from memory, and just the amount of pressure he put on my mum, and she just was beside herself. And just I was like early teens, so I wasn't that young. So I remember feeling like she was unprotected in that moment, and that she just was up against this person who was basically just forcing her hand at something that was actually a really massive decision that needed to be made and should have been handled with way more care than it was. And so I think maybe deep down there's a bit of a burning why there.
Absolutely.
Because I think our whole thing, or my whole thing, has always been with clients, like really wanting to help them feel like they're protected.
Yeah,
and
the safety.
And yeah, exactly. And like, if they're with me, they're going to be okay. Whereas I always get, if they're by themselves, I'm like, no, mate, come with me and then you'll be okay, Otherwise you're sort of left to the dogs, left to the wolves.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, my first exposure to property is probably, around that sort of time, and that's really the first time I reckon I would have ever clocked a real estate agent or met a real estate agent or known anything about it. Yes, I guess my first introduction into the industry as an agent was with our old mates at Biggin and Scott Richmond, who I just feel like I owe so much to, because I was a bit of a nightmare, really, in my early 20s working there.
I mean, you did rock up to every Monday meeting about half an hour late and just waltz in like you've just got out of bed.
I had just got out of bed. Maybe I was hungover. Like, I just couldn't get it together.
It was so funny. And they all just made an exception for you, like, oh, roll the eyes, Sam.
Oh, my God.
Again.
So bad. But then, maybe I look back and I'm like, what do they call those employees who are like, they're there just because they bring the energy or something.
Yes,
they bring the vibe.
The hype employee.
So they just allowed it. But I was shocking, for years. And I just was young. I'd come out of the hospitality industry. We partied Sunday nights.
Yeah.
That's what we did. So for those first few years, trying to turn that around into a 9 a.m. with your suit on and your eyes bright in a meeting filled with people talking about the weekend that you just worked. We also were working 7 days a week. We were working far too much. But
Sunday opens, killer.
And you didn't get paid extra for it. It was just you got like the accolade for a minute, and then
I think you got about $50 for working the whole Sunday.
Did we?
It was a nightmare.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
but great.
But they gave us, for me, I think, such an amazing foundation.
Oh, absolutely.
They taught me everything I know.
And the grind and the put in the work and the hours and
they were successful.
Yeah.
They were successful. They had clients who loved them from 10 years ago transactions, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, repeat clients over and over again because they were really good at what they did. And they were really, they just did the right thing by their clients, and they ran a tight ship, pretty much, a pretty fun ship.
Yeah, fun.
A loosey-goosey pirate ship.
It was a pirate ship. It wasn't a yacht.
No, it was a pirate ship. But we were going places. We were traversing.
We were. Gosh, are we going to start talking about canoes
I know. I just thought about that too.
We need to get off that.
I know. So that is me. Who are you?
I'm not going to sing that because actually that's another fun fact, which I think we've mentioned before, but Sam used to be in a choir. I did not, so therefore I'm not singing. But I too don't have a middle name. My mum named me after an Aramaic name that means gazelle, not after bewitched. So no one ever mentioned that to me again.
You're a bit gazelle-like.
Thank you.
Now that you say that.
Well, I think that's a compliment.
It is. Gazelles are gorgeous.
Gorgeous, yeah. So
can we get a picture of a gazelle?
Yeah. And strangely enough, I had my dad's surname because my mum's name's Robin. So she would have been a Robin
Rob.
which is just awkward.
Too much.
But so only child, got a couple of half siblings, couple of steps.
Just a couple.
You
got a few there, don't you, girl?
Yep. And grew up in Abbotsford, North Fitzroy, inner city gal, and loved it. Just used to hang out in the city every weekend and until I got into sport. And then I was at the diving pool every waking hour. But yeah, I too wasn't very much a school person. And so I went through my year 12 and got pushed out the other side and into the uni degree as everyone else at my school did. So studied commerce, but God knows what I learnt, in all honesty.
You learned how to study.
I learned how to study. I learned about a SWOT analysis, which is really powerful.
Give it to us. What is it?
Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, obviously. But no, it's such ridiculous. Anyway, and then I bought my first property at 22 through the boys at Biggin and Scott, Richmond.
Oh, my God. Who? Which one?
Ed Hobbs.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Is that? That's when you started there.
Yep. So, I've been in love with real estate.
Yeah.
You said that, I've just been obsessed by it all the time. I mean, realestate.com wasn't a thing back then, I don't believe, 15 years ago, but I don't know. But I was just obsessed. I was always really honed in on all the real estate around and what it looks like. And, my parents have sold a few properties and I went to those auctions and just loved it, loved the energy. And I think I'm an ex-hospo girl through uni and that's such a people game and I just love talking. I love competition. I love just the relentless nature. I think there's a lot that I take that are similar to my competitive sport days and what I do now. Just the always on the hunt, I'm going to win, my clients are going to win. So, that's how I got into Biggin and Scott Richmond and started, strangely enough, in the leasing department, so selling the property management services.
With Kirsty Parkhill.
With Kirsty Parkhill, which was a veteran at Biggin and Scott Richmond.
And one of the best in the business.
One of the best in the business.
Yeah.
And yes, after about 6 months, we were both very strong personalities.
You looked the same.
Yeah, it was
You
odd.
walked the same. It was, it was
too much.
It was very powerful.
Yeah. And then I just moved into the room next door because Biggin and Scott Richmond, they are still there, but in 2 double-story Victorians on Bridge Road. And so we're all working out of bedrooms on the top floor, basically.
Yeah.
So I shifted from one bedroom to the next bedroom.
You had the back small bedroom and then you shifted into the big front room.
in with Ed Hobbs. And it was there for a good 7 years. And then just was I am going to die a slow death working 7 days a week and just the phone blowing up and being in people's lounge rooms at 8 o'clock. And this is all, pre-COVID, pre-people having work-life balance and being able to meet on Zoom.
Pre-discussions around mental health.
Oh, yeah.
This was before mental health wasn't a thing that was discussed.
No. People slowly dying a slow death with corporate life and just, having to get home at 6 and put the kids to bed and then they can see their real estate agent at 8:30. So I was just over all that. And then I don't know how it came about, but just applied. I was I'm going into corporate. They seem like they've got it together and they know how to do work-life balance and, I'm still going to earn good money and it's all going to be fine. And so then went and worked for realestate.com and then realised in corporate I was going to die a slow death. And it was not going to be pretty and I wasn't pushed and it wasn't just where the competitive gal was going to land. And so then worked for another advocate and just found that the business they were trying to create wasn't the business that aligned with my values. They would, really trying to deal with the upper echelon, charge huge fees, be the Marshall White or the RT Edgar of the advocacy space. And I really wanted initially to help me at 22, getting into the first property, setting them up for success, asking them the right questions to understand understand long-term goals and, think a bit more long-term, because the property that I bought at 22 was a stone's throw from my family home that, it did pretty well, but it was just an investment property and I could have bought, out
Anywhere.
a couple of suburbs and I would have done so much better. I held that property for 7 years.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's the sort of profile of person I really want to help.
Yeah.
And so left that company and then
Prop Culture.
Prop Culture was born. Well,
Actually, nay, Robbie T Property.
Robbie T Property, which I think I was having a bit of breakdown when I came up with that name, but it was a play on my name.
Obviously.
But, why do that? That was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Which I love when I hear people name their businesses after themselves. I think there's something really bizarre about that. So I knew I didn't want to have the Rob Property or anything like that, but anyway, we swiftly moved to the fabulous
Prop Culture, what we know and love today. But yeah, it's interesting because, that's 7.5 years ago now.
Oh, yeah.
And so obviously the business has changed, we've changed, it's grown, we've grown. We are now, in our late 30s, which I'm loving.
We don't look a day over mid-20s.
No, I love getting older.
Oh, me too. I'm fully
loving it. I feel like unless maybe physically you start to have ailments where you're struggling with knee pain or something.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's just good. I don't see the bad.
Older so much, but I did mention to someone, I was like, yeah, I just feel like I'm going to die young. Not young as in tomorrow, but young as in 70, not 95.
Right.
And they're like, you can't say that. And I was like, no, I think it's really I'm taking control.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm the master of my own destiny. It's not depressing. But they really took it anyway. So now I'm not going to say that anymore, but even though I've just said it now. But
just said it now to go out into the world and be
really
kept
whiplash.
Forever.
But yes, we have.
We've moved and changed, and the business has changed. And so I think for both of us, when we first started out, I think back to all those meetings that we would have where we would be sitting with that first home buyer and just holding their hand through what is a very baffling process, a difficult process, an ever-changing landscape, you might say. So even if you bought 10 years ago or your parents bought 20 years ago, how you need to operate within the industry to buy a property today is very different to 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 months ago in some parts at the moment. But I think that naturally, who we were originally building the business for has grown. That client has grown.
Oh, yeah.
They're coming back to buy their first investment based on the capital growth.
First family home. They've now got a kid or two.
They're upsizing out of the property that we bought with them 7 years ago.
And they've had a great experience. So they want their parents to deal with us. So, it really has evolved from that first home buyer that I was trying to really make sure that we assisted and got them on the right track, because property is such I bang on about this all the time, but a really good place for wealth creation. But it also cannot be if you get it wrong. We saw it all the time in Richmond, that you just had the young buyer buying on Burnley Road or buying in these massive apartment complexes. And
couples buying one-bedroom apartments. That was the one that used to get me in the modern building. A young couple who have either just got married or they're very likely about to, and you just sing, and I'm working for the vendor. So I'm going to, they've walked through the door, mate, I'm selling this to you.
Yes.
I see that look in your eye and I am selling you this apartment today.
Yes.
And that was what I was employed to do. But really that couple should never buy that.
No.
$380,000 for a shoebox that 3 years later they call you and they say, oh, Sam, we're pregnant. We need a two-bedder. Sorry, guys, that apartment's now worth $350,000.
Yeah, 50, 100 grand less.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Sell that through another agent. But and so, but I think the conversation still is the same, even when we're dealing with the upsizer or downsizer. It is, what's happening in the next 5 to 10 years. And that's what I love, because it's like a holistic conversation. And that's what I think the buyer has always lacked when they haven't had representation. And so they come in to the real estate agent looking for that guidance, trying to have that conversation with someone that's actually, working for the other side. So, I'm just super proud of the work that we do here and what we've built. I mean, last year we had our first Christmas party and it was an absolute hoot.
What a
and we're,
banger.
and I bump into clients left, right and centre. I'm like, meet you back at the Christmas party. And, everyone, we're building that community, which, that's such an ick of a word sometimes. But
I know. Oh, I just icked inside when you said
that. Building a community. Who am I? But, getting our crew together and having a bev. Is that better?
That's nice. I like that one. Casual vibes.
Yes. And this year we've got another Christmas party and I'm just so excited for what's in the future. Like, are we going to help people do development sites? Are we going to help people with commercial property? I mean, it's really interesting. I'm doing my master's in property at the moment and just like the feasibility studies, I feel like that will be so great to offer to clients. Property management's always been on our mind and yeah, I think this season we're going to interview a commercial real estate agent, so we might get some tips because maybe we need a new headquarters for prop culture and, have our name in lights. But it's just I said to someone, because they're like, oh, who do you work with? And I was like, I don't know, anyone that I can have a drink with at the pub, pass a pub test. And they're like, that's so funny, but I think so critical. And yeah, it's exciting what's coming up. Growing the team, bigger and better.
I know. Watch this space.
But I mean, this has been pretty serious of an episode, Sam, with you delving deep into your childhood and me diving deep into my life. Yeah, diving, lol. That's funny. Let's have some rapid fire questions to bring this back up to our bubbly selves.
Oh, God.
What's the first property you ever bought?
A double-fronted, unrenovated, block-fronted Victorian in a cul-de-sac in St Kilda East.
So
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, you win. The first property I bought was just down the road from the health centre in Collingwood. It had a commission house in the Boca Flats, one of 11, which is a boutique block in 70s. Great, tick. And we had outdoor area, tick.
Tick. You added a secure parking situation, didn't you?
I did. I jazzed up the block, which I bang on to all my clients if you've ever bought an apartment with me. But yeah, and we had a Department of Housing apartment in it, which the woman actually died in of an overdose. So it was very fun block.
God.
Yeah. So anyway, what was your worst property mistake that you made?
Probably selling the house.
I knew you were going to say that when I saw that question. I was like, she's going to say sell.
I see the buyer of my house almost daily and I'm like, yeah, I can't bear it. But on to bigger and better things. And I always think to myself, do you know what I'm going to do is buy that house back one day?
Yeah. No, too many memories. We're making
no, because I'll put a second story. I'll do something new to it, Yeah, just sage it. She'll be right.
Oh, my God. I was talking to someone last night and they said that they had a party in their house and as soon as everyone left, she saged the house. I was like, is that what we're doing now?
Oh, that's She doesn't like her friends maybe.
I don't know. It wasn't close friends. It was like, she hosted something anyway.
Oh, yeah, maybe I would sage if that.
Yeah. But I don't know. I live in an apartment. I feel like the sprinklers would go off or something.
I don't even know whether mine are working. I should probably check that.
Yeah. And
what's your biggest property mistake?
Well, I bought a place in the country during COVID, which I don't know if that was the best idea. I was really on one.
You were on one. That was going to happen come hell or high water.
Exactly. And it sits there. It's cute. Like I go out and I'm out there sometimes, probably once every 6 months. And when I bought it, I was like, I'm going to basically live out here and I'm going to be at one with nature and the grass. And now I'm like, no, I want
fruit tree in the back.
I want concrete. I want inner city. I want,
You want high rise.
I want high rise. I want security and protection.
Oh, I love the security of the building.
Oh, God, another bloody home invasion. Did you see? It's scary business. But coffee order.
Coffee order. There's a few. It depends on the circumstances.
Oh, geez.
Morning, work day, strong latte.
Okay.
If I've got shit to do and people to see, I'm getting a strong latte.
Okay.
On a weekend, I'm going to go for a cappuccino.
That is bizarre.
Have you ever seen me order one?
No.
Because we don't hang out on Sundays.
No, that's very true. I don't like the chocolate that you get around your lip.
How delicious. What a treaty.
No,
And then in the afternoons, I'll just get a 3/4 latte. Single
Yeah.
shot, 3/4 latte, just for a little zip me up, a
Yeah.
little zip. What about you? I know what yours is.
Yeah.
You've got multi also.
Yeah, I've got multi also, but I just go a latte or a 3/4 latte. Depends how many lattes I've had as to how many 3/4, like how full I need the
Have
coffee.
you dropped soy altogether?
Well, if I've had 2 normal lattes, I might throw in a soy.
There, that's
Just-
what I was looking for.
just to mix up the milk, which is
Yeah, and we won't get into that because that's just a real personality quirk of yours. But that,
yeah. Well, because I got onto soy because everyone told me the cow was bad, and then far out,
and
it's hard
the
to work it
GMO
out.
in the soy is
Yeah,
bad. Your
and
boobs
I've
will get
never
too
gone
big.
the almond or the oat because that's just
Rank.
rank. Okay, dream location for your house.
Dream location for my house, also same. It just depends what mood I'm in, depends what I'm doing for the day. I need multiple, okay?
Okay, give me top one, and then I'm
Top one is country Victoria, big sprawling property. I can't see a neighbour.
Okay.
And there's water on the property. And I'm on the hill. My house is on the hill of my own land. And then I also have to have, if I'm living there, I must have a period style inner city, like Little Collins Street apartment.
Yes, in one of those old buildings.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
a period
beautiful.
building with a big window like this.
The arched, love that.
That's me. What about
Love
you?
it. I actually don't know. It's funny because when I bought the country place, I was like, why did I do this? I love the water. I should have bought near the water. And then I've always thought that I'd be in Hawthorne just because I find it so central for my life. But then now I'm like, maybe near the water, like an Elwood or something. But
Elwood.
yeah, but then it's not convenient to anything for me. So
Yeah.
like that's not going to
It's
happen.
still pretty central.
Yeah, or
Just
maybe
pop onto
like,
Punt Road.
you know, a
right there.
Fitzroy North I love.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely love it there. I feel like such an outsider when I'm there. I feel like they look at me like you're Bayside trash.
No, and I walk around and I look like I'm not meant to be there.
You
and
look like
I'm
Bayside trash.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm the OG. I was here before
I was here
you.
before it was a thing.
Yeah.
And by the way, all those people who are there now are from Bayside.
Yes, and they're just wearing clothes that cost triple mine, but they look like they cost triple less or whatever.
Don't stop.
No, they do. They're more coordinated in their outfits. I mean, they look great, but it's very expensive stuff. Anyway, secret talent. I feel like you've got so many of these. I'm just excited to know which one you're going to
I'm a
pick.
talented lady. This is the first time I'm seeing this question in writing. I missed this one in my little peruse of the questions beforehand. So I'm trying to pluck one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I do have a lot of secret talents, to be honest. But I can turn my feet to face the back of the room.
I cannot believe you just said that. I'm honestly in stitches. I've never
What's
heard that in
yours?
my life.
I'll show you. It's like a ballet dynamic. It's
Yeah, you've
something
got-
from that.
You've got ballet feet, but
Yeah.
geez Louise.
I'll show you.
Oh my God, please do.
I will.
I
yours?
don't have any secret talents.
Secret talent.
Secret. I'm a really good driver.
Come on.
I'm a really good parker.
Come on.
I'm
Guys,
fantastic.
if anyone got in a car with you, oh my God, be careful, here's a pedestrian.
Every client that's ever got in my car will say I'm amazing.
I'm sure you rein it in when you've got a client in the car. My God, you couldn't drive like you do
Obviously,
when I'm in the car.
I don't go over 40 kilometres an hour when a client's in the car. Safety first. Precious cargo.
Precious cargo.
No, I don't know. I can do a 3-leaf clover with my tongue.
What does that mean?
Like you can
You're going to have to show. Look down the barrel and do it, please.
My camera's over here.
Okay, that's not
That's
bad.
secret. Yeah, thank you.
Well, that's public now.
Far out.
All right, you'll regret that one in a few years'
I
time.
will absolutely regret that one in a few years' time. Anyway, is that our rapid fire? Oh,
What would you do if you weren't in property?
what would you do?
Definitely like development, architecture, interior design, anything else to do with property, like anything. I would never move away from property. It's the best thing in life.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. To me, I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that interests me that much over and over again for 17 years, and I still care. I still want to read it. I want to look. I want to find it. Show me more.
Yeah, I think I'd be like a construction manager or something. Just
Oh, you so would be.
making sure, getting the boys in line.
In the boys in line, that'll be so scared.
Cracking the whip when they're having their little schmokos and, getting them back on track. But
They eat bananas at their smokos now. It's a different world out there.
absolutely they do not. I saw about 3 of them march out of a 7-Eleven with the 49 sausage rolls in hand.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, only a few and one time, so maybe that was a massive generalisation, but I have not seen any chomp on a banana. And I also think that would be strange if you've asked any man if they've ever eaten a banana in front of another man. They will say they haven't.
Really?
Oh,
I don't know
100%.
if I can support that one. Right.
Anyway,
So
I think we're not doing F, Marry, Kill in this episode, or are we?
I don't have one.
Nah.
Have you?
Nah, I think we've given the people enough. We've gone over time. We've spoken a lot of shit.
I
This
know.
has been
We've got to wrap it up.
Very rogue episode, but we hope you know us a little bit more. And next time you see Sam, make sure she shows you her
My feet to the back.
Thanks for listening.